never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. Today I'm just showing you a little peek into a day in our lives. So the first thing that we do when we wake up after we have breakfast, we do our gratitude journal, and then I read them a Bible story. I will link the things that I use down below, but the kids love to do something interactive like this in the morning, and having them keep a gratitude journal I'm hoping will help to teach them to be grateful, obviously, and to be thankful, and to just overall have a better day, just focusing on the things that they are grateful for. Mornings are super hectic over here with 4 kids. My oldest is 6 and my youngest is 7 months. But I try to go with the flow and not let it get me down. Sometimes I get overwhelmed, but I'm really trying to work on not getting super overwhelmed. And then after breakfast and doing our journals, I send the kids outside to play.
I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump. Oh, what a fool. But if I fall, I would get up again.
The puppies needed their breakfast, so I went ahead and fed them. We always put salmon oil on top of their food. We get the From brand, but after we are done using up the bag, we are actually going to be switching to only making their fresh food. And then I give them vitamins because I'm crazy and I want them to live forever.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time.
What word has been like super on my mind lately is intentional. I don't know what it is, but I feel like that's like the word of my season. I go through seasons, you know, as a Christian and just in general. And like the word of this season is intentional. So I'm trying so hard to be intentional with the things that I eat, the things that I drink, the way that I spend my time, the way that I cook, the way that I take care of my kids. Like, my word is intentional, and it is always in the back of my mind. So I'm here to encourage you guys, be intentional. Be intentional with your actions, be intentional with the way that you pray, be intentional with the things that you eat, be intentional with your kids. That word has just been so strong on my heart, so I'm gonna be intentional. I've been making a lot of different changes and trying really hard to be intentional with my everyday actions. I feel different. Like, I feel like it's making a difference. It's making a difference in my mental health. It's making a difference in my everyday life, especially when you're a stay-at-home mom and you're so used to the same routine. You know, I get caught up in it and I start to get super burned out, and I'm just like over it, and I wake up and I'm like, great, another day of doing the exact same things. But I'm like, you know what? I am so blessed to stay home with my kids. Like, I am so blessed that I can do that. I can't imagine working and having someone else raise them. Like, I really can't. I'm super blessed to be able to homeschool them. I'm blessed to be able to cook dinner every night. I'm blessed to be able to clean on this house. Like, I have an abundance of blessings. I've been really trying to make sure that my thoughts are positive, make sure that my actions are positive, and not take this life for granted, and do the best that I can. Like, you feel good about yourself when you know that you did the best that you could. When I know that I'm being the best mom, I feel good about myself. When I know that I'm doing my best, that doesn't mean that I'm being the best, but I'm doing my best, and that's important. Okay, I finally got dressed. I'm actually wearing this top. I don't know if you can see the whole thing. It says rocking around, and then you see a Christmas tree. That's super cute. I got this from Target last year, I think, or maybe the year before that. I don't really remember, but it's a really long t-shirt. I'm trying to show you, but like, you can't tell, but you'll see it later, obviously. But it's a really long t-shirt, and then I'm wearing brown leggings, so I'm like, I look like a whole tree because like the brown leggings is like the stump of the tree. But most people will say, like when it comes to me getting dressed, like you get out of your PJs and then you just put on like a sweatshirt and like leggings, or like a big t-shirt and leggings. I'm like, yeah, that's my attire. That's my attire. Honestly, when my kids get older and I'm not breastfeeding and like I have more time, I'm gonna put a lot more effort into getting dressed. But as of right now, this is the easiest thing to do.
It was a Thursday night when I first saw you.
I usually only have like one day a week where I really focus on cleaning the whole house, but especially after starting to homeschool, all I can really do is clean on the house randomly throughout the day, and then just save all of the big cleaning for that one day a week that I like to make sure I do a really big deep clean.
No, I am not the same. Everything has changed. Every day, 24/7, you call my name, and I will come running. Yeah, every day, 24/7.
Are you ready to get up? Are you ready to get up?
I will come running, babe.
Are you ready to get up? Yeah. You're ready.
Every day, yeah, every day, babe. Used to be scared.
I'm trying to be better about taking my vitamins in the morning and not in the evening, so that they can like take effect during the day and not when I'm sleeping. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm giving my kids their vitamins, and I'm about to get started with Ashton's homeschooling. Usually my days are not like super stressful. Like I don't have a super intense schedule. I like to just stick to go with the flow, because that's really the best that I can do at this time. And my kids like it. My kids thrive on not really having a schedule. None of my kids are on any kind of intense schedule. Like even my babies, you know, some people have times where they put their baby down for a nap, or they put their baby in the high chair to eat, or they feed their baby. But for me, I don't have certain times that I do it. I just go with the flow, and that's what works for us and our family. Before I started homeschooling Ashton, I like to have something to drink while I'm doing that. So I'm making my turmeric tea, which is like golden milk or whatever. But this is the brand that I'm using. It's by Gaia, and it's okay. But after I'm finished using it, I'm going to definitely be making my own, because I like it to be a lot more strong than this one. And then I just put a spoonful of some local honey inside of it, and it tastes really good. Like I actually enjoy drinking it, and it's supposed to really help with inflammation.
Every day, I will come running, babe. Every day, yeah, every day, babe. Lights out, hearts beating faster in a minute. I'm high on slow dancing with you.
We are doing the curriculum, The Good and the Beautiful, and we really love it so far. We have the English and the math, and next semester we're going to be getting some more lessons, but for now that's what we wanted to start doing. And he does have a science and a history book that he does, but it's not by The Good and the Beautiful. But when we finish those, we will definitely be ordering some more of this curriculum, because I really like it. It's faith-based, and it's very interactive. It's really pretty. Like, it really is beautiful. It has a lot of art, and it was also made by a stay-at-home mom, so I just think it's really cool. But Ashton's doing so well. I'm super proud of him. He is so smart, and he's doing amazing. So since redoing our upstairs, when I put Auden down for a nap, that's when me and the rest of the kids come upstairs. They sit on this side, and I let them go on their iPads or watch a movie. They can choose which one. And then Elowen plays with toys on the floor, and I actually go to the other side and exercise. I've been really on it. I want to make sure that I stay active. It's really, really cold, and honestly, I don't feel like walking around the block. That's what I usually do in the summer. So I'm happy that I have something to do to stay active. I usually go on the treadmill for like 20 minutes, and then I do 10 minutes on the stair stepper, and then I do like 10 minutes just doing stretches and stuff like that. It's been working well for me, so I'm really proud of myself, honestly, because I've been sticking to it. Unless I have like an appointment or like some kind of special occasion, of course, but for the most part, I'm sticking to it. And then I'm just washing out my humidifier with some vinegar and refilling it. When Elwin had RSV, we borrowed a humidifier and slept with it. And I just realized that whenever I slept with the humidifier on, I felt so much better when I woke up. Like my throat felt better, my head felt better, like I just felt more awake. So I wanted to purchase one to have long term, and I found the cutest one on Amazon. I love it so much. It's so pretty, so I don't mind having it sitting on my end table all the time.
Peanut butter, right, Eddie? Come on. Alright, you got a knife. I don't want it. I only want blue.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got to.
As part of Ashton's homeschooling, we do a lot of cooking in the kitchen, and Eve, of course, is really interested in it too because her big brother's doing it. So they've been wanting to independently cook more things that they get to choose, not just what I tell them that we're gonna cook. So Ashton came up with these wraps that he really likes, and him and Eve are making them right now. He just takes a almond flour siete wrap, he puts peanut butter, date syrup, and raisins, and he rolls it up, and they think it's amazing. I've tasted it. It's like whatever to me, but they love it. So they ate lunch, and then they went and played outside. Auden was napping, but he woke up from his nap, so I made him a snack. I just got him some crackers, some avocado, and some banana.
But don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break it. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the.
So I am making a tomato basil soup. I actually don't like tomato soup, like the tomato soup in a can. So if you don't like tomato soup in a can, and so you think you don't like tomato soup, you should definitely try this recipe, because I didn't know that I liked tomato soup until my mom made the homemade version, and I was like, this is life-changing. So I'm gonna make that tonight. The first thing I'm gonna do is soak my 3 pounds of tomatoes in some vinegar. I'm gonna soak them while I get the garlic and the onion ready to go in the oven.
Complicated. If you need me, what's the use of playing games? No, there's no denying what we want. Just watch me break it. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us.
This recipe is seriously so good, and it's perfect for the cold weather. So I just take a sweet onion and I'm chopping it up and laying it all out on a baking sheet, and I'm going to do the same thing with the tomatoes, and I'm going to do the same thing with some garlic. I'm going to take a whole bulb of garlic and cut off the end of it, put some olive oil and some salt, and wrap it in foil so that the whole head gets roasted, because I'm going to put that whole thing in the soup, and it is delicious. Oh my goodness, it's seriously so good. I was so sad after the leftovers were gone, but oh my goodness, make this.
Lights are shining bright.
not gonna lie, I went through a season, I guess it was when I was pregnant and then postpartum, where I just hated cooking all of a sudden. I dreaded it. I really didn't want to do it. And we started eating out so much, and it just made us not feel very good. Like, it just didn't feel good. Of course, it's expensive, and we felt like we were wasting so much money on food that wasn't even really nourishing our bodies. So I started to really push myself and get back into cooking, and my passion for it is finally back. So if you are in a cooking rut, I encourage you to push through it and start cooking again, and I feel like you will start to get your passion back like I did, because now I actually enjoy cooking again. I feel so much better when I cook at home. It's cheaper, you know exactly what's going into your food, it's higher quality, and it just tastes so much better in my opinion. So I'm taking this rustic sourdough and this cheddar cheese by Organic Valley, it's grass-fed, and some grass-fed butter and some basil, and I'm going to make some grilled cheese with that. I love to have grilled cheese with my tomato soup, and if we do buy cheese, which we don't really buy cheese very much, but if we do buy cheese, we get this grass-fed version because it's really good, and we know that Organic Valley is cruelty-free, they're nice to their cows, and the cheese tastes super good, and it's good for you.
Maybe we're meant to be a perfect melody, and I don't want this moment to stop.
I will say that I used what I had, but I wish that I had a red pepper that I could have put in here. I feel like a red pepper would have made it taste even better, and I didn't have access to a lot of basil, but I would have put like way more basil in here too. I love basil. So anyways, I emptied everything, including the juice from the baking sheet, and I struggled to get the garlic out. I was so impatient. Like, you can wait until it cools off so you can actually squeeze it out easily, but I was so impatient. I was so hungry. I was ready to eat this soup. So I did it kind of strange, but it was worth it because we got to eat quicker and it was so good. And then I took my immersion blender, and you just blend it up to whatever consistency that you like. I like to have mine more on the chunky side, but some people like to blend it completely smooth. If you want to blend it completely smooth, then you should just pour it into like your Vitamix or whatever and blend that on high, because I feel like that would take a shorter amount of time. But for me, I wanted to use my immersion blender because I wanted to keep it pretty chunky. And then if you want to add some cream to it, obviously that is really good too. So I did add some cream to mine. Coconut milk is also really good in this soup. I've done both, but I did have some cream on hand today. And then of course put some spices in there. And the last thing that I'm gonna add is this balsamic glaze. This is definitely not a must-have, but to me, it makes this so delicious. Oh my goodness. It literally is amazing. And now it looks really ugly, but it's so good.
We can be live with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out.
Sit-down family dinners are hectic, but they are a must, and I will miss them eventually. So that is the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Every day looks different. None of my days are perfect, but I am trying to be thankful for every day that I have. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your week, and Merry Christmas.
With me. Looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for.